Of Tullahoma High School, where we are set for a Region 4 3A semifinal matchup, and it's a collision tonight as two familiar foes have a rubber match this evening. The Stowe Memorial Panthers against the Upperman Bees. I'm Noah McKay on the call here on the Frontier Chevy UCR Media Network. The lovely Madison McKay producing things for us once again. For all intents and purposes, in the Upper Cumberland in the 3A classification, the whole season has built towards tonight. These two teams have been the class of District 7 AAA. They duked it out twice in the regular season. They split those meetings, and now it is all on the line tonight. The winner advances on into the region championship game and the sub-state round. The loser season comes to an end this evening. Let us know in the comment section who you are, where you're watching from, who you're cheering for, as we are live on the YouTube page or YouTube channel, Facebook page, and the NFHS network this evening. Sure are happy to be along with you. We also have a game fired up over on UCR2 as Pickett County takes on Red Bowling Springs. Those two teams split their regular season matchups as well, so no shortage of good games. Later on tonight, back here on the main page at 7:45, it's Cookeville against Siegel in a Region 4 4A matchup. The playoffs are in full swing, and this is the pivotal round. All the bad teams are at home. Everybody is dangerous. A really good team is going to lose and end their season tonight. Let's look at the tail of the tape as we welcome you into the Crouch Team with Highlands Elite Real Estate pregame show. First for the Stowe Memorial Panthers and their head coach Neil Capps with a record of 21 victories and 9 losses. They're coming off a 60-58 victory on the road against Murfreesboro Central Magnet on Saturday night. Their opponent, the Upperman Lady Bees, under head coach Bobby McWilliams. They are 26-4 on the season. They're coming off a blowout victory at home, 69-52 over Marshall County for Upperman. They've won 15 games in a row, but the last loss came to this Stowe Memorial Panthers team in Crossville back on January the 5th. A game in which Stowe probably played their best game of the season, a 68-49 victory. Upperman got their revenge a few weeks later in the Hive in Baxter. A buzzer-beating banked-in three by Braden Roberts gave the Bees the 45-44 victory. What does that mean? It's an evenly matched up game, and it's round number 3 of two of the top players in the state. Cade Capps, the Mr. Basketball finalist, averaging 28.8 points per game, 7 rebounds to go along with it against Ty Cobb, the sensational freshman, averaging 20 points, 4 rebounds, and 4 assists tonight. Those two have had 2 great wars. They're going to have another one tonight with it all on the line. When we come back, we'll have the starting lineups and all the action from Tullahoma. Coverage of this game is presented by Sonja Brown with American Way Real Estate, and you're watching it on the Frontier Chevy UCR Media Network.
The Crouch Team with Highlands Elite Real Estate proudly presents this home on Aspen Drive in Cookeville. Featuring a split bedroom floor plan, new carpet, beautiful yard, and deck, you'll fall in love with this home. Call 931-979-1191 for more information and to schedule a showing, or visit chadandamycrouch.com. The Crouch Team with Highlands Elite Real Estate is a proud sponsor of this broadcast on the UCR Media Network. Fire and Vine in Cookeville is the Upper Cumberland's home for delicious Chicago-style pizza, beef, chicken, fish, and more. Located in Cookeville's historic downtown district, Fire and Vine's food and atmosphere will keep you coming back for more. Take in stunning views with creative food and drinks on the rooftop. Fire and Vine is a proud sponsor of this broadcast on the UCR Media Network. TLT Sports Performance is home to skill-specific training where top athletes learn how to reach their full potential. Visit TLT Sports Performance on Facebook for more information. TLT Sports Performance, where the athletes of tomorrow train today. Nelson Trophy and Screen Printing is proud to support student athletes and athletic departments throughout the Upper Cumberland. They are also proud to sponsor Nelson Trophy and Screen Printing's Player of the Game on this broadcast. From trophies to t-shirts, they can do it all. Be sure to stop by and see them at 120 Circle Drive in Allgood, or give them a call at 931-537-9559. Nelson Trophy and Screen Printing, proud sponsor of this broadcast on the UCR Media Network.
Welcome back as we gear up for tip-off as the Upperman Bees take on the Stowe Memorial Panthers, and it's time for the Swallows Insurance Agency starting lineups tonight. First for the Stone Memorial Panthers, the visiting team on the scoreboard under head coach Neil Capps with a record of 21 victories and 9 losses. Number 1, Jaden Eldridge. Number 4, Preston Mayberry. Number 14, Mr. Basketball finalist, Cade Capps. Number 24, Wyatt Groth. And number 25, Brady Lane. For the Upperman Bees, under head coach Bobby McWilliams with a record of 26 victories and 4 losses, they've won 15 games in a row. Number 0, Ty Cobb. Number 4, Evan Huddleston. Number 15, Clayton Harris. Number 21, Braden Roberts. And number 23, Bronston Chaffin. Starters once again for the Panthers: Eldridge, Mayberry, Capps, Groth, and Lane. For Upperman tonight, Cobb, Huddleston, Harris, Roberts, and Chaffin. Buckle up for a fun night here at Tullahoma High School. We'll be here 4 straight nights. We're here last night. Tonight, of course, tomorrow we'll be back here as Upperman takes on White County in the region championship game. And the winner of this game on Thursday will face off against the winner of the next game on this floor, which pits hosting Tullahoma against statewide ranked Lawrence County. I'm Noah McKay. Madison McKay is producing things for us today. Upperman, the home team in the white jerseys, white shorts, gold numbers on the front and the back, outlined in black trim with Upperman across the chest plate. Stone Memorial on the visiting, black jerseys, black shorts, gold numbers and letters with Stone across the chest. Settle in for what should be a fun night. It's win or go home tonight for these two District 7 AAA rivals. It's one of the top rivalries in the boys' side of basketball in the Upper Cumberland, and we're set to write another chapter tonight. A storyline we didn't mention, the Battle of the Bigs. Brady Lane for Stone Memorial along with Braden Elliott, Bronston Chaffin, Clayton Harris, and Isaiah Helms for the Bees. That could loom large in this basketball game. It's Lane against Chaffin in the circle. The lead official walks it in, throws it up, and let's get it on tonight in Tullahoma. Tip going to be won by Upperman. Huddleston goes down, and a foul will quickly be called. This one goes on Preston Mayberry. Buckle your seatbelts. We saw yesterday it's a tight whistle in this association. It just is a fact of life. So the first foul goes against Stone. It's called on Preston Mayberry. We saw Sparta and Stone in that girls' game last night both get into major foul trouble as Evan Huddleston gives back for Braden Roberts. Right side to the freshman Ty Cobb. Cobb off a screen, little head fake, fires to Roberts. Man-to-man defense here for the Panthers as we settle into the ball game. Back to Evan Huddleston. Huddleston to Roberts, fires in for Harris. Looking back door instead, power dribbles, puts it up and in. Clayton Harris, he's found his sea legs. The MTSU football signee finishes that one for 2, 30 seconds into the game. We're presented tonight by our friend Sonja Brown with American Way Real Estate. We appreciate Sonja, and you'll hear more from her throughout the broadcast, making it possible for us to stream all these games. We're over 50 now in the postseason already. Cade Capps now in the half court. Flashes in for Lane. Lane trying to move Harris. Turnaround shot inside, off the glass and good. We mentioned the Battle of the Bigs. Both of them have 2 points. Bronston Chaffin had 20 rebounds, 10 points, 20 boards, tying a program record with Josh Endicott against Marshall County. As inside, that ball was kicked by Bear Eldridge. It'll stay on this end. We're 1 minute and 6 seconds in, tied up at 2. Keep those comments firing in. We want to see them. Inbounds play coming from Cobb. He gets it into Chaffin. Chaffin flips back to Braden Roberts. Roberts in the mid-range, back out right wing side for Ty Cobb. Cobb off a screen, drives and kicks to Evan Huddleston. Now Roberts in the corner, looking in for Harris, goes up to grab. Harris against Eldridge, and Clayton Harris. 4 early ones for the Bees as he puts it in with the right hand. Back to 4-2, 90 seconds into the game. Here's Cade Capps. Expect him to handle the ball a lot tonight in a win-or-go-home game. They're used to it. They made sub-state last year and pushed eventual state champion Fulton to the brink. As Lane trying to work on Harris. That's a battle we've seen on the football field. Into the corner for 3, no. Long rebound down, though. Brady Lane with it. Back out Preston Mayberry. The first game, huge win for Stone. Preston Mayberry had maybe his best game of the season. That secondary scoring, always the question for Stone. Where's it going to come from on any given night? Evan Huddleston face guarding Capps, so Wyatt Gross steps back for 3. No. Bronston Chaffin with his first rebound of the night. Upperman pushing it ahead for Clayton Harris again. Back to Huddleston. Huddleston to Chaffin. Cobb flashes off a screen, left wing side. Now skies up in the mid-range. Ty Cobb, good for 2. There's the freshman. He's really good in that spot. Skies up, and Upperman with a 4-point lead. 5:35 to go in the opening quarter. Left wing pass goes here. Preston Mayberry. Mayberry back to Wyatt Groth. Groth puts the dribble down, drives and kicks for Jaden Eldridge. Eldridge down the mid-range, picks back for Preston Mayberry. Mayberry off a screen set from Eldridge. Now right side, Wyatt Growth. Evan Huddleston following Cade Capps everywhere. Capps now has the basketball. Huddleston works over a screen. Capps in the mid-range on the other end. No. Rebound down. Huddleston comes away. A lot of pressure on Evan Huddleston's shoulders tonight as he tries to guard the best pure scorer walking on two legs in the state. Roberts back and forth with Harris. Roberts from the top of the key. Got it. A Sonja Brown with American Way Real Estate 3 for Braden Roberts. Upperman in rhythm early, and that prompts a 30-second timeout by Neil Capps. 4:52 to go in the first. It's 9-2 Bees. 4 for Clayton Harris, 3 for Braden Roberts, and 2 for Ty Cobb. And right now, the 7 AAA regular season and tournament champions with a 7-point lead, 3 minutes and 8 seconds into the ball game. They're working over on UCR2 to get that game going. Red Bowling Springs Pickett, they had a little bit of connection issues, so they're shutting it down, trying to restart. We'll keep you updated on it. 4:52 to go in the first. It's 9-2 in favor of Upperman. Still a long way to go. Cade Capps only has one shot, missed wide left. Upperman, though, they've been largely a second-half team this season. The first quarter has not been the prettiest thing in the world. They'll take this start, though, 3 minutes and 8 seconds in, as shots are falling from all over the floor early. This is their first game in this gym this year for both these teams. As Capps is going to bring it up here. Capps looks back over left side for Wyatt Growth. Brady Lane sets a couple of screens. Growth starts to drive inside. Growth back to Cade Capps. Looking for 14 to get rolling is Stone. Backdoor cut to Eldridge. Drives in, and Jaden Eldridge with a tough finish out of the timeout. Exactly what Stone needed. They're back within 5 as Cobb brings it up. Now right side, Roberts triggers the 3. Got it. Braden Roberts with another Sonja Brown with American Way Real Estate 3. His second straight, and the fast start continues offensively for the Bees out of Baxter. Growth fires over left side for Lane. Lane is Cobb now guarding Cade Capps. That's the matchup we all want to see tonight. Driving inside, now back out for Eldridge. Eldridge dribbles inside, now picks up. Back, Upperman playing a lot of man early on in this one as Bobby McWilliams claps his hands together. 2 subs to the table, about to check in for Neil Capps. 2 really good coaches going at it with a chess match tonight. Jaden Eldridge flashes out for Preston Mayberry. Mayberry off the dribble on Roberts, kicks back Eldridge from the free throw line, skies up and rains it home. Bear Eldridge, 2 baskets early, keeping Stone afloat. It's 12-6. Now here's Cobb. Big crowd already tuning in. Hit that like button if you haven't already. Comment along with us tonight. We want an active comment section as Chaffin gives back for Evan Huddleston. Huddleston left side for Capps, Cobb. Cobb, pick and roll for Chaffin. Inside, Chaffin up and under. No, got his own rebound, though. The putback is good. Bronsden Chaffin scores, and for Upperman, the first 14 points have come from 4 different Bs. And that sends Cam Bush to the table. Upperman will go 9 or 10 deep tonight. Stone about 7 or 8 as Capps gets the turnaround jumper good. Cade Capps trying to find the rhythm. His first points tonight, it's 14-8. Right side, Turnbow finds Huddleston. Huddleston now drives and kicks for Chaffin. Chaffin picks up. There's Cobb with it right wing side. Ty Cobb works off a screen, now kicks left side. That one was tipped. Did it ricochet off of Turnbow? No, it did not. It was last touched by Eldridge. Active hands in the passing lane, so it stays with Upperman. Harrison Bush checking in. Braden Elliott checking in. Upperman going with the big lineup. Chaffin and Harris back in the game. Cobb in the backcourt to possess, and we'll set up the half-court set. Cobb surveys, now finds Chaffin. Chaffin looking backdoor to Roberts, who's able to one-hand grab. It's blocked by Elliott. Roberts gets it back, kicks to Bush, now right side for Chaffin. We play on. Cam Bush goes right wing side with it. Bush finds Roberts. Roberts over to Cobb. Cobb gets a couple of screens, going to take the one from Chaffin. Again, a mid-range jumper. That one won't fall. Rebound down and a foul. Clayton Harris went going in too aggressively for the rebound attempt. He picks up his first team foul against the Bees, and that sends Jack Torrance to the table. He's coming in for Ty Cobb. 2:01 to go in the first quarter. It's 14-8 Upperman's lead over Stone at 6 points, and we're going to have a stoppage as Cam Bush's shoe came untied, so he'll knot it up. Carla watching from Northern California. Knows she's cheering on Wyatt Groth. Sandy Bronsden-Chaffin is a sophomore. 6'4", 210-pound sophomore. Forward as there's a nice pick and roll for Groth inside, and he finishes. Neal Capps with the set play, and Wyatt Groth capitalizes for 2. Stone back within 4. That timeout by Coach Capps came at a critical time. It was a roaring start for Upperman. Things have slowed down a bit now. Left side for Cam Bush. Chaffin goes out to the top of the key, now has it. Chaffin works back for Jack Torrance. Torrance, Bush left side, fires Roberts. There's Harris in a low block on Eldridge. Again, turnaround jumper, this time no. Chaffin tipped the rebound, Lane did as well. Bush sends it over to Chaffin, good and one. Bronsden-Chaffin with another finish, and he will go to the line to try to complete a three-point play. The offensive rebounding, a factor there for the Bees. Bush inside, got the assist over, and Chaffin at the Sonja Brown with American Way Real Estate free throw line. Trying to complete that three-point play as the lead's back to 6 for the Bees. Free throw up, that one's no good, too strong. Braden Elliott able to possess the rebound. Here's Elliott in the half court. Flips back for Wyatt Groth. Upperman's offense in rhythm early, 16 points on the board. Brady Lane now right wing side. Lane gives back to Elliott. Elliott has it poked by Roberts, repossesses. And now flips back for Eldridge. Eldridge gets to the spot now. Look at Capps and Bush. They are going at it. Capps with it now right wing side. Off a screen, triple teamed, and a foul for a push. Going to be called on Bush. That'll be the first personal on him. Second team foul on the Bees. 49 seconds to go in the first quarter. Stone basketball down to our right here on the home sideline. Lane sends in for Eldridge. Now picks up. Eldridge back to Lane, but he wasn't able to get it cleanly. It ricocheted and went to Braden Roberts. Roberts now ahead for Jack Torrance. Back to Roberts, 37 seconds. Roberts works off a Harris screen. Now back for Chaffin. Chaffin to Torrance, and Upperman probably going to hold for the final look here with a 6-point lead and 28 seconds to go in the quarter. So just 2 points for Cade Capps and 2 points for Ty Cobb. It's been the role players that have dictated the early terms, and Upperman has a 6-point lead. Bush to Torrance, 15 seconds for Jack Torrance. Now Roberts bounces it for Harris. Harris to Chaffin, 6 seconds left for Chaffin. Chaffin going to take it himself, 3 seconds. Mid-range jumper up too strong, and that brings us to the end of the first quarter. After one, it's Upperman 16, Stone Memorial 10. Coverage of this game in the Region 4 3A tournament is presented by Sonja Brown with American Way Real Estate, and it's on the Frontier Chevy UCR Media Network.
I'm looking for someone who can keep me comfortable, stay here for the long run, and definitely not high maintenance. Not right. Absolutely not. This one looks perfect.
Find your perfect match with Hiller. Get a free UV light with select new HVAC systems, 50% off a descaler with new tankless water heaters, or free surge protection with a new whole home generator.
Like that one too.
If you have been looking for the why behind your story, Sheila McKay with Free to Be is here for you. As a compassionate, experienced pastoral counselor with decades of experience, Sheila McKay is here to help you discover who Christ says you are. Specializing in teen, premarital, marriage, divorce, and grief counseling, call Sheila at 615-625-2085 or view her profile on Psychology Today. Sheila McKay with Free to Be is proud to sponsor this broadcast on the UCR Media Network.
Welcome back to Tullahoma High School. Upperman with a 6-point lead over Stone after one. It's 16-10. Ty Cobb with 2 points, Cade Capps with 2 points, but it's 6 for Braden Roberts pacing the way in the ball game as they give left side. Now back for Brady Lane. Lane off the dribble. He gives back to Capps. Capps going to drive the lane. It's swiped away by Clayton Harris. And they're being very physical with Cade Capps all over the floor, trying to deny him the basketball. As Braden Elliott flashes off a screen. Open three, and he got it. A Club Wyndham three for Braden Elliott off the bench. And it's a 3-point game again. and a good start to the second quarter for Stone Memorial. Cobb sends left side for Bronston Chaffin. Third matchup between these two good teams. Cobb inside off the glass. No. Chaffin tips the rebound, and it goes out to Harris. Harris possesses now left side for Cobb. Cobb off a screen. Kicks for Bush. Cam Bush going to trigger the three. In and out. No. Another rebound. This time Clayton Harris has it. Turnaround jumper for him. No. Rebound down and a foul. Who's it on? Going to be on Clayton Harris. So that's going to be his second. First one to pick up 2 today for either team, and that sends Braden Roberts to the table with 7:06 to go in the second. Inbounds coming here for Stone as they try to get within one or tie on this possession. You got to be pleased if you're Stone, the fact that your superstar only has 2 points and you're just down by a score. And Spencer Bowman has it now right side. He's going to drive the lane, kicks for Lane. Lane bobbled, now finds Elliott. Elliott back to Lane over the shoulder. Lane good and one. Bronston Chaffin called for the personal, and Brady Lane to the stripe to try and tie the game with a 3-point play. It's a great feed from Braden Elliott as he goes over the shoulder with the pass. Found Lane, and Stone now getting it inside. The free throw is good, and we're tied again. This time at 16, a 6-0 run in the first minute and 10 seconds for the Panthers to tie the game up. Cobb with it. Cobb gives over for Chaffin. Chaffin now to Cam Bush. Bush fires to Cobb. He triggers the three. It's on line. Short, though. No good. Rebounded by Lane. Here comes Cade Capps into the half court. Capps crosses over from way downtown. No. Rebound down. Bowman tipped it. Cobb able to save it in, and now here's Upperman running out in transition. Bush waits on it and deposits it through the twine for 2. That can be the problem with those long threes. Capps can make them, but it leads to long rebounds and outlets. And Upperman makes them pay. Elliott floating back 2 minutes into the second quarter. Turnbow to the table for the Bees. Here's Preston Mayberry with it. Coach Capps gives the play call. Now right side for Capps. Capps reverses side for Braden Elliott on the left wing. Lane outside, now right for Bowman. Capps with it. Capps going to drive inside. Capps loves that left-handed lay, and he finishes it good. Cade Capps with his second field goal of the night. We're tied up at 18. You can tell he loves going to that left side and working around the defenders, using the long arms to finish it with the finger roll. And now Capps is picking up Cobb. Cobb going to drive the lane. Mid-range jumper up. No good, in and out. Rebound tipped out of play. It's going to stay on this end. They'll say it was last touch by Capps. Big crowd on Facebook. Huge crowd on YouTube. Between the two, we're well over 600 devices, nearing 700 devices tuning in early on tonight. Chaffin. Huddleston now. Back right side for Turnbow. Turnbow from the top of the key. Picks up his dribble. Now Huddleston with it. 5:09 to go. Roberts working off the ball as Turnbow, left wing side, puts the dribble down. Back to Cobb. Cobb activates into the play. Ty Cobb eyes up. Now back for Braden Roberts. Roberts going to drive and kick for Evan Huddleston. Huddleston to the baseline. He'll sky up at the mid-range. No. Upperman's gone ice cold after a fast start. They couldn't miss. Now they can't make one. 4:50 to go in the second. Stone trying to capitalize. Here's Capps working on Turnbow. Picks up the dribble, works it back right side for Mayberry. Upperman playing a ton of man defense. These two teams know each other so well. Capps with it now. Gets a screen from Lane. Little pick and roll. Capps going to keep it himself. Capps into the mid-range, floats back. Elliott looking for another three. No. Long rebound, though. Brady Lane comes away. Back to Capps. Capps off the dribble. Spin around. Now he fires it into Lane, but ricochets out of play. Say it was last touched by the Bees, so it'll stay with the Panthers. Here comes Wyatt Gross to the table. He's about to check back in. 4:17 to go in the second, 18-18. Coach McWilliams said that was off of Stone last. The official disagrees. Into Capps. Quickly skies up, turnaround jumper, no. Rebound. Brady Lane had positioning, and he has the putback as Stone goes in front. For the first time, Brady Lane with 5 points in the second quarter. Midway through the frame, it's 20-18. Cobb works it left side. Branson Turnbow. Now Roberts with it. Roberts finds Ty Cobb. Cobb flashes off. Now back to Roberts. Roberts. Right side, Huddleston. Ty Cobb still with just 2 points. He has the basketball here. Wyatt Gross stalking him around the floor. Now Roberts finds Huddleston. Into Chaffin. Chaffin goes up. Foul. Good and one. Count it. Bronston Chaffin with the finish. We waited on the signal. Count it. Brady Lane commits the personal. And Bronston Chaffin goes to the line to try to complete a 3-point play as Upperman goes back out into a tie game. And now Brady Lane going to get a well-earned breather. That's just his first personal foul. Just the second foul called in the game against Stone. Upperman's only had 3 called against them, but 2 of those went on Clayton Harris, so they loom large. Chaffin for the lead. Free throw up and good as we seesaw back and forth here tonight. Now Groth looking at a little full court pressure for the Bees. Right side, now left rather for Caps. Caps Euros, throws it to left hand. Good. Cade Caps with the touch. Just able to somehow get the feel as it goes through. That is a tough, tough shot that he makes look really easy. Roberts now right side. He sends over for Turnbow. Now whips it into the corner for Cobb. Cobb to Huddleston, now Turnbow. 22-21, Stone with a narrow lead. Surprise, surprise, another tight one. Now here's Chaffin. Chaffin to Roberts. Now Turnbow. Cobb flares off, drives inside. Cobb finishes. A late whistle. Count it. Ty Cobb for 2. The whistle was for a shoe that was untied. So Turnbow will tie that and count it for Cobb as he goes inside of his second basket of the night. He's got 4 points. Probably a good thing for both sides that was not a whistle for a foul because it came in really late. And somebody would have lost their minds in this building if that had been a foul. Either way, a charge or a block. Instead, we play on. Groth sends it over for Mayberry. 23-22 the score. Mayberry. Now right side, Groth. From the corner, Groth. That one right to Branson Turnbow for the steal. Turnbow ahead to Cobb. Cobb off the dribble. Puts it behind the back. Mayberry, a great defender, stays in front. Chaffin now. Whips it left side for Bush. Bush back to Turnbow. Now over to Roberts. Red Bowling Springs led Pickett County 22-10, but then a 13-0 run for Pickett gave the Bobcats the lead late in the first half, 23-22. Back and forth there on UCR2. Pass baseline, Turnbow underneath, now to Cobb. He works it for Roberts. Open 3, that one too strong, rebound down. And now a chance for Stone, trailing by a point. Here's Groth. Gonna drive inside Groth. We've got a whistle and a foul on the floor as Cam Bush got a shove in on Jaden Eldridge. Second on Bush. So Upperman just been called for 4 fouls, but 2 on Bush and 2 on Harris. Torrance checking back in, as is Brady Lane. 1:54 to go in the second. This is a pivotal final 2 minutes, ladies and gentlemen, for momentum into the halftime locker room. Groth gets it in. Braden Elliott going to put the dribble down. Elliott baseline. Able to work it over for Lane. Kicks out Mayberry. Open 3, no. Rebounded by Bronston Chaffin. Roberts bringing it up. 1:40 to go in the second quarter. Now Chaffin. Left side, Jack Torrance. Remember, he sparked him in the district championship game against Livingston en route to a double-digit victory for the Bees. Chaffin wasn't ready, tipped it. Roberts was able to save it in, though. Right place, right time for Braden Roberts. Cobb back to Torrance. Roberts with 1:22 to go in the second quarter. A 1-point Upperman lead. We see the comments on YouTube as well. Keep them firing in. Joni, Randy, Terry, and Evelyn all watching there. Cobb, 1:10 on the clock. Right side, Torrance. Thought about it, now puts the dribble down. Mid-range jumper up and good. Jack Torrance. Nothing but net. Another scoring weapon for the Bees as they're in front by 3. 60 seconds to play in the first half. Here's Caps ahead. Sends over right side, Braden Elliott. Elliott got the defender off balance. Drives inside, up and under, good. Silky smooth finish for Braden Elliott. He's got 5 points in the quarter. Quickly ahead, here's Chaffin, though. He puts it, no good, short-armed it. Wide open look for the Bees and a chance for Stone to take the lead. Here's Elliott, back to Caps. He's feeling it, Caps. Nearly swiped. Defenders everywhere. Cobb able to wrestle it. Now it's loose. Diving on the floor, right to Caps for 3. No, rebound out of play. And it's going to go to Upperman with 23 seconds on the clock. Chaotic sequence there in scoreless. And it'll go to Upperman. Bear Eldridge flies to the table. He's checking in, as is Bowman. Here comes Huddleston for the Bees. And Eldridge got to the table late and just tried to sprint in. So whoever just came out for him has to check back in. I think it was Caps. So Caps back in here. Eldridge tried to get there quick enough. Now Huddleston goes back to the table. Is Cobb going to wait for the last shot? Upperman with a 1-point lead. The intensity and tension rises some more here in this building. 14 seconds left. Cobb in the center court circle. Cobb, 5 seconds. 3 seconds. Cobb picked up by Caps. Drives inside, blocked. Caps with the swat, and that caps off the first half. After 2, it's Upperman 25, Stone Memorial 24. These district rivals duking it out to keep their season alive and advance to a region championship game. We'll be back with much more. Coverage of this game is presented by Sonja Brown with American Way Real Estate, and you're watching it on the Frontier Chevy UCR Media Network.
Sonja Brown is a full-service realtor and is licensed across the state of Tennessee, listing and selling residential, multifamily, land and farms, commercial and industrial properties. Sonja handles the sale from start to closing and beyond. Let her put her 30-plus years of experience to work for you. Sonja Brown, realtor with American Way Real Estate, has been supporting student-athletes in the Upper Cumberland area since 1990. You can reach Sonja Brown at 931-979-7145. Delicious Pan Pizza is Domino's best-kept secret. With locations in Smithville, Sparta, Livingston, Allgood, and 2 in Cookeville, delicious pan and hand-tossed pizza, pasta, and more is never far away. Use the Domino's app to take care of your game day eats today. Domino's is a proud sponsor of this broadcast on the UCR Media Network. Get your new year started in your new ride. With a huge selection of new and pre-owned vehicles, including the all-new 2024 Chevy Trax and Silverado, Frontier Chevy is ready to get you into your next vehicle. View inventory online at www.kcchevy.com or stop in at 2350 Cookeville Highway today. And remember, don't buy till you see Jason Fye. Frontier Chevy is proud to be the presenting sponsor of the UCR Media Network.
Hone and develop your skills on the court with professional basketball player development from Legacy Athletics. Call 931-303-3356 or follow them on Instagram at legacy_athletics or on Twitter at jwinningham25 for more information today. Legacy Athletics, proud sponsor of this broadcast on the UCR Media Network.
Welcome back. It's time for the Happy Hiller halftime show. Visit happyhiller.com to see how our friends at Hiller can help solve your plumbing, heating, cooling, and electrical problems today. That's happyhiller.com. At the break, Upperman leads Stone Memorial 25-24 in this Region 4 3A semifinal game. The winner advances on to the sub-state round in the region championship game. They'll face the winner of Tullahoma and Lawrence County. That's the next game that'll be played here. We will not have coverage of that game. Of course, no Upper Cumberland teams playing in it. You can watch it over on our friends at X Sports Network, though, on Facebook if you'd like to tune in to that game. A very interesting first half. Let's go through the scoring for both teams. First for the Bees with a 1-point lead. 7 points for Bronston Chapin, 6 for Braden Roberts, and then 4 for Ty Cobb and Clayton Harris, 2 for Jack Torrance, and 2 as well for Cam Bush. for a team total of 25. For Stone Memorial, it was 7 points for Brady Lane, 6 for Cade Capps, 5 for Braden Elliott, 4 for Jaden Eldridge, and 2 for Wyatt Groth. And as you look at that stat sheet, I think it tells you the story. Both supporting cast playing pretty well, but the superstars, just 6 points for Capps, 4 for Cobb. If 14 gets it rolling for Stone, they're probably moving on. If 0 gets it rolling for Upperman, they're probably moving on. That'll be the story to watch. Is it Cobb or is it Capps that finds their rhythm and propels their team to the sub-state round of the postseason? We'll be here tomorrow night for all the action here at Tullahoma High School as White County takes on Upperman in the girls Region 4 3A championship game. That one's going to be a collision. The third time those two teams have gotten together. Remember the first game, a blowout for White County in Sparta. The second game, a 5-point win for Sparta in Baxter, and a much closer affair. That is to host a sub-state game and to have a much more favorable matchup. It appears Maryville Heritage is going to roll to their region title. They are a legitimate threat to whoever comes out of this region as the loser. You do not want to go on the road there, so White County and Upperman will be laying it on the line tomorrow night. That'll be live on the Facebook page, YouTube channel, and the NFHS Network again. And that game will be here at Tullahoma High School. A 7 o'clock tip-off tomorrow night for that game. We'll also be back here at 7 o'clock. No matter who wins this game between Stone and Upperman, we will be here for the Region 4 3A championship game on the boys' side on Thursday night at 7 in all those same places. We'll have the second half when we come back here to Tullahoma at the break. It's Upperman 25, Stone Memorial 24. And this game hangs in the balance. Coverage of this game is presented by Sonja Brown with American Way Real Estate. And it's on the Frontier Chevy UCR Media Network.
The Crossroads Auction Group are the Upper Cumberland's auction experts. As a full-service auction company, they take your stress away every step of the way. Servicing the entire Upper Cumberland, the Crossroads Auction Group gets your property ready from cleanup, setup, picture-taking, up to the auction and beyond. They handle all auctions from estates, residential, farms, land, commercial, and everything else. For more information, visit crossroadsauctiongroup.com or call 931-644-7149 today. The Crossroads Auction Group are proud sponsors of this broadcast on the UCR Media Network.
Steel Technologies has been part of the Rutherford County community for over 35 years. Their plants in Murfreesboro and Smyrna include over 150 teammates who process coils, metal sheets, and planks for customers across North America. Steel Tech's Smyrna and Murfreesboro plants are expanding, and they need teammates to join their team. With openings including machine and forklift operators, truck drivers, and more, they have the position for you with competitive wages and monthly bonus opportunities. For more information and to apply online, scan the QR code on your screen now. Steel Tech is a proud sponsor of this broadcast on the UCR Media Network. Steel Tech. Faith, family, Steel Tech. From the sports field to the hunting field, our friends at Hall Sports and Outdoors can outfit anyone. Located in the heart of Jamestown at 207 South Main Street, Hall Sports and Outdoors carries everything from kayaks, fishing gear, and camo to guns and ammo. With top brands such as Columbia, Timberland, Under Armour, Asics, and much more, nobody can top their selection. Need some custom gear for your team? They also offer uniforms, gear, and custom embroidery. Stop by and see them at 207 South Main Street in Jamestown. Hall Sports and Outdoors, proud sponsor of this broadcast on the UCR Media Network.
How many letters?
5 letters.
Just think about, what am I doing right now?
Smile. Smile?
Uh-huh.
This is so easy.
Loading the kids in the car, brokering peace in the back seat, mastering the snack handoff without even looking. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with auto owners, insurance doesn't have to be one of them. We work with independent agents who keep insurance simple, so you can worry about more important things, like figuring out what's growing in that cup holder. That's simple human sense.
Visit swallowsinsurance.com or call us today, 931-526-4025. Protecting your future. It's what we do.
Welcome back. We've got 2 quarters to decide who's moving on to the sectional round and to the region championship game and whose season comes to an end tonight. Upperman leads Stone Memorial 25-24. I'm Noah McKay. Madison McKay producing things for us tonight. We're sure glad you're with us. It's going to be Upperman basketball there in white, Stones in black. Upperman now working left to right on your screen, Stone right to left. Continue to fire away those comments. We're happy to be along with you this evening from Tullahoma High School. Inbound's going to come here to Ty Cobb, and he will bring it across the timeline. Left side for Bronston, Chaffin. Chaffin now. They're leaving him alone behind the arc, not a three-point threat, so right side for Cobb. Cobb finds Evan Huddleston, now Roberts. Mayberry picks him up defensively. Clayton Harris back in the game as Cobb skies up in the mid-range, in and out, no good. Was halfway down. Caps with the rebound, looking to regain the lead. Here's Caps. Cobb picks him up as soon as he crosses the timeline. Now Growth with it. Back to Caps. Just 6 points for Caps, 4 for Cobb. That's what we're watching for in the second half. Who gets it rolling first and in a bigger way? Left side, Preston Mayberry with it. Flashing in, there's Brady Lane. Runs into the brick wall of Clayton Harris. That is big on big. Huddleston tips it, tries to run it down, but cannot, so it'll stay with Stone. Evan Huddleston has done a job face guarding on Cade Caps all night long. Everywhere he goes, he's had 4 right there in front of him. The supporting cast have come to play for Stone especially. Brady Lane with 7 points. 5 for Brayden Elliott off the bench. Gave him a big spark with a 3. Stone trailed by 6 at the beginning of the second quarter. Went on a 6-0 run quickly. As now here's Jaden Eldridge off the dribble. Picked up by Chaffin. Now hands off to Growth. Growth into the low block. Cobb there defensively. Back for Growth. Triggers the wing 3. In and out, no. Rebound down. Growth able to run it down. Growth from the baseline. Back out. Intercepted. Braden Roberts picked it off. Now here comes Cobb running the floor. Cobb lost handle on it, and it'll go the other way to Stone. Back pressure applied by Preston Mayberry. Forced the hurried carry. And it went right off of Ty Cobb and out of play. A break for the Panthers. Forced by Preston Mayberry. Growth now bringing it across the timeline as the tension continues to build. There goes Caps. Jersey nearly ripped off by Huddleston. Caps now with it, and that's going to be a hand check as Ty Cobb grabbed him on the stomach. And that's the first one on Ty Cobb. They're being very physical with Cade Caps all over this floor, trying to rattle him off his spot. Once he gets to that spot, you can forget about it. He'll go unconscious on you, raining in threes. Here's Growth. Growth bounces it for Brady Lane. Lane from the elbow. Now works it inside. Lane back to Caps. And he is fouled on the way up. Missed the shot behind the goal, but Huddleston going to be called for the personal. And it's going to be 2 free throws for a 93% free throw shooter, Cade Caps. Huddleston picks up his first, team second. Caps, well, more likely than not, regain the lead here at the charity strike. First one is up, and it is good. There's no announcer jinx with 93%. Tied up at 25. First points of the half come a minute and 56 seconds in. Caps deposits both of them through the twine. A 1-point Stone Memorial lead as Caps is up to 8 points. Here comes Cobb across the timeline. Cobb picks up the dribble, fires it in for Chaffin. He's too far underneath the goal, though. Power dribbles, goes up, no. Rebound down to him. Put Putback, no. Lane with the rebound. Brady Lane able to box out. And a 1-point lead for Stone with the basketball. Stone's ugly in this game up a little bit against the high-flying Bees. Left side Eldridge, they leave him alone. Eldridge off the dribble, he gets to a much more comfortable spot. No good though, Cobb goes up for the rebound. Here comes Upperman in transition, ahead to Roberts. Roberts, Euros through and good. Braden Roberts with the finish. It's kind of what we're talking about with the high-flying Bees. They like to run and gun. Stone typically does, but not within this matchup. They like to make it a little bit uglier, as Lane maybe got away with a travel. Instead, Cap's going to trigger it from a mile away. No. Another rebound for Bronston Chaffin. After having 20 on Saturday night, I've got him at 6 so far in this game. Here's Huddleston back to Ty Cobb. Cobb explodes inside, and a foul is called. Ty Cobb going to go to the Sonja Brown with American Way Real Estate free throw line to shoot 2. Wyatt Groth called for the personal. Cobb, in his own right, a good free throw shooter. 82% at the stripe this year, which is ridiculously good. It may not be 93, but it's really, really good. At one point this year, made 37 in a row. The first one here is good. Huge crowd tuning in. We're nearing 1,000 devices between Facebook and YouTube, not counting the NFHS network. As Cobb goes 2 for 2. And Upperman's lead is up to 3 after they've scored 4 straight. Here's Wyatt Groth again, slowing it down just a little bit. She gets established in the half court. There's Lane. Lane, as Caps gives a little shove, steps back for 3. Ref didn't see it. Why not? They're being physical everywhere. Rebounded by Bronston Chaffin. And here's Cobb flying ahead. Left side Huddleston. Shot fake and will drive. It was poked by Wyatt Groth. Nice play by Groth with the active hands. Numbers for Stone if they hurry. Over to Lane. Lane dribbles inside, now kicks. Wyatt Groth wide open for 3. No good. Rebounded again by Bronston Chaffin. Now 8 boards for him tonight to go along with 7 points. Left side Chaffin gives to Cobb. Cobb starts to drive. He finds Roberts. Roberts bobbled it back to Chaffin. Posting up is Clayton Harris inside. He goes up with it and gets it to fall. Brady Lane went down a little bit easy, didn't get the call. Clayton Harris for the 2, and Upperman's lead is ballooned back up to 5 as we go into the midway point of this third quarter. Cap sends right side. Now into Lane, has positioning. Lane underneath to Eldridge, contorts in midair and got the finish. Jaden Eldridge with 6 points tonight. Quickly though, here's Ty Cobb. Cobb slowed down by Mayberry and Groth. They swing it for Roberts. Quick release for 3, no good. Rebound tipped. Cade Caps comes away. A chance for Stone trailing by 3. Here's Caps. Coast to coast, throws it up. No. Rebound tipped down. Out of play, and it's going to stay. Yeah, it should go to Upperman. It does, as Mayberry was the last one to touch it. Cam Bush checking in for Clayton Harris. Jack Torrance also going to the table. And he made the mistake that we saw earlier of Bear Eldridge, where he just ran in without the official saying, come on, so he has to go back to the table. And Preston Mayberry, I think in that scrum looking for the ball, got hit a little bit up high. He's got a towel up around the nose area. Now Cobb in a 3-point game. The season's on the line tonight. For the winner, you move on. The loser, it's baseball season. Cobb in the mid-range got the finish. Ty Cobb, so crafty in space. He's up to 8 points. Him and Caps with 8 points apiece, a 5-point Upperman lead. Here's Elliott. He gives back to Wyatt Groth. Groth left side for Braden Elliott. I mentioned he gave him that spark off the bench. Caps is doubled off the ball, and Neil Caps sees it. He calls timeout, wants to make an adjustment as Upperman's lead is 5 at 33-28. 30-second timeout called on the floor. Listen, you've got just a little bit more time to go to Hall Sports and Outdoors during their huge February sale. And you can visit them online, but listen to some of the things that they've got in store. You can shop all this online as well. Under Armour, 50% off. Flannel, 50% off. Columbia and Mountain and Isles coats and jackets, 50 to 75% off. And listen, the best gun sale you're ever going to find anywhere. Firearms license number FFL number 162-049-0168-11646. The best gun sale ever. We're talking about 75 units marked with a blue tag, and it's a blue tag event. Instant rebates, $25, $50, $100. Includes Glock, Remington, Smith & Wesson, Browning, Mossberg, Savage, Ruger, Beretta, and more. Hall Sports and Outdoors in Jamestown. Make sure you check them out. tomorrow before we get to the end of this month. Braden Elliott skying up in the mid-range for 2, no out of the timeout. Chaffin with another rebound. By my count, he has 9. That is unofficial, of course. We know I'm not great at counting. Left side, Roberts. Kicks back to Jack Torrance. Big possession here as Upperman's lead is up to 5. They can make it their largest of the game. They've led by as many as 6. Here's Cobb. The game between White County and Upperman tomorrow is in this gym in Tullahoma. As Bush has it left side, finds Torrance. Chaffin looking into Bush. It was tipped. Bush gives back to Chaffin. Back out to Jack Torrance. Nearing 2 to play in the third. Torrance left side for Bush. And now Cade Capps is shadowing Ty Cobb. He doesn't always do that. They like to conserve some of that energy on the defensive end, but in a game like this, it's good on good, and Cobb's going to wait with no shot clock. 1:52 to go, trying to draw out the junior Cade Capps. Cobb, that 5-second clock is ticking. He picks it up. Cobb now running out of time, able to find Cam Bush. Bush drives backdoor into Roberts, and it's blocked in the foul. Braden Elliott went up for the block, got the ball at the top, but the body at the bottom. So Braden Roberts to the Sonja Brown with American Way Real Estate free throw line to shoot 2 with 1:36 to go in the third quarter. Roberts at the strike. Capps goes right to the circle. He's a good 2.5 feet behind him, but he's trying to just make his presence felt behind Roberts. The first one is good. Roberts on the doorstep of becoming the first scorer for either team into double figures. And he is, as he deposits both of them through, nothing but net. Largest lead of the game for Upperman, 35-28, 90 seconds to go in the third quarter. Here comes Groth. He sends it right side for Preston Mayberry. Now Lane in the low block. Lane working on Chaffin. Turnaround shot up and no good. In and out. Chaffin able to save it in on another rebound. And here comes Cobb ahead. Cobb with pressure from behind. Fires it for Roberts. Now out for Torrance. Torrance gets a Chaffin screen, and it's going to be a moving screen. As he stuck that left knee out, the official caught it. It'll go the other way. The second personal on Bronston Chaffin. 1:11 to go in the third quarter. And an opportunity for Stone to capitalize on the mistake. Elliott with it here. Now Braden Roberts is shadowing Cade Capps. Capps has it right wing side. Lane, left side Mayberry. He sends it over to Groth. Groth surveys the floor, finds Lane. It was poked by Bush, but Braden Elliott's right there. Elliott steps through, reverses out to Groth. Groth drives into the low block. Picked up by Cobb, looking backdoor in Elliott. Up and under, great take. Braden Elliott thought he was going to go up and under. Instead, he just goes straight up with the angle and kisses it off the glass. Upperman going to hold for the last look here. 35 seconds to go. It's 35-30. Cobb is just going to dribble. No pressure yet applied by Stone. Get that popcorn bag ready. You're about to need it. 20 seconds left. Cobb with it here. Groth, probably a good 12 feet away from him. 10 seconds. They didn't get a good look at the end of the first half. It was blocked away. Chaffin, 5 seconds. Kicks out to Bush. 3 seconds. There's Chaffin. He's going to trigger the 3. No good off the front of the rim, and that brings us to the end of the third quarter. Ladies and gentlemen, get your popcorn ready. After 3, it's Upperman 35, Stone 30. Coverage of this game is presented by Sonja Brown with American Way Real Estate, and you're watching it on the Frontier Chevy UCR Media Network.
The Crouch team with Highlands Elite Real Estate proudly presents this home on Aspen Drive in Cookeville. Featuring a split bedroom floor plan, new carpet, beautiful yard, and deck, you'll fall in love with this home. Call 931-979-1191 for more information and to schedule a showing, or visit chadandamycrouch.com. The Crouch team with Highlands Elite Real Estate is a proud sponsor of this broadcast on the UCR Media Network. Fire and Vine in Cookeville is the Upper Cumberland's home for delicious Chicago-style pizza, beef, chicken, fish, and more. Located in Cookeville's historic downtown district, Fire and Vine's food and atmosphere will keep you coming back for more. Take in stunning views with creative food and drinks on the rooftop. Fire and Vine is a proud sponsor of this broadcast on the UCR Media Network.
Welcome back. 1 quarter to go here in an elimination game between these two teams that know each other so well. Upperman leads Stone 35-30 as we gear up for the 4th and final quarter. It'll be Stone Memorial basketball. Only one score for either team is in double figures. If you thought it was Cade Caps or Ty Cobb, you're wrong. It's Braden Roberts with 10 for the Bees. Caps and Cobb have 8 points apiece, and this game hangs in the balance. Remember in the 4th quarter, in Crossville, it was all Stone. They won the game. In the 4th quarter in Baxter, Stone controlled it. They erased a deficit, but Braden Roberts saved Upperman's life with a banked-in 3. That ended up being the 3 that won the district as Caps has it. Driving inside, there's Caps with a right hand and finishes for 2. Expect a lot more of that. Ball dominance out of Cade Caps. Here's Bush driving inside. No. Is it saved in by Elliott? Yes, able to tiptoe the line. Here's Spencer Bowman trailing by 3. Bowman, nice crossover. Driving inside, kicks for Elliott. Elliott steps back into the corner. Chaffin gets a hand in there, and he will commit the foul as he got into the body, and Bronston Chaffin's going to have to be careful. He's playing very aggressive defensively, and now he has 3 fouls. Clayton Harris has 2, as Evan Huddleston, who's done such a great job on Cade Caps tonight, is to the table, and I wonder if he's about to pick up number 14 again. And he sure is. He goes and finds him, walks straight up to him. Over on UCR2, Pickett County leads Red Bowling Springs 47-39 at the end of 3 quarters there. Caps triggers the 3. Good! Cade Caps out of nowhere with a Club Wyndham 3. He's got in the gym range, and it's 5 straight by Stone to tie it up at 35. The Stone faithful who made the long trip from Crossville now begin to make some noise. Cobb left side for Chaffin. Now reverses floor. Cobb in a low block. Bobbles it, goes up, blocked, and a foul. Ty Cobb going to go to the Sonja Brown with American Way Real Estate free throw line. Looked clean up top, couldn't see it down low. And the foul goes on Brady Lane, I believe. It is. It's going to be his second. That's just the 5th foul tonight called against Stone Memorial. They've let him play for the most part here tonight both ways. First one for Cobb is good. He's 3 for 3 tonight at the stripe. It ends a 5-0 Stone run. Huddleston gets another breather. Here comes Turnbow as Bowman checks back out. Mayberry in. Again, Cap standing right behind Cobb in that circle. Second one for Cobb is no good, and we're going to have a lane violation. Yeah, it's going on Caps. He's standing, and he got his foot just on the line. He's trying to get up there into the head of Ty Cobb, but he got too close to it there, and so he's going to get one more attempt at the line. And he's just going to go inside instead. Yeah, you can get close, but if you hit that line too early, that's it. And Cobb deposits the next one through the twine for 10 points tonight. Nearly stolen away by Turnbow. Maybe could have been a foul. We play on nonetheless. 37-35. Caps works off a screen. Spins inside. Caps in the mid-range. Good. Look out. Cade Caps, 7 straight for Stone to open up the 4th quarter. He's trying to save the season for him. We're tied up at 37. And all of a sudden, Caps goes from 8 to 15 points in 90 seconds. Left side, Turnbow. Best pure scorer walking on 2 legs in this state, and he's starting to get it rolling. Roberts back for Turnbow. Now Harris from the top of the key. If you expected anything else, you were crazy. 3rd time around between these two foes that know each other so well. They split in the regular season, and this one's for all the marbles. 6:05 to go. Long possession developing here for Upperman as Cobb goes to work. Right side for Turnbow. Now Harris. Harris back to Turnbow. Turnbow drives, slips back to Cobb. Growth staying with him stride for stride. Now Cap switches off. Cobb picked up by Lane. Now floating inside to Harris. It was tipped up. Active hands for the big 6'3 Braden Elliott. And a chance for Stone to go regain the lead. 5:40 to go in the 4th and final quarter of regulation. Lane setting screens, trying to get Turnbow away from Caps. Caps drives, and a hand check is the call on Branson Turnbow. First personal on him, 2nd team foul on the Bees. 5:29 to go here in this 4th quarter. If you haven't already, hit that like button. If you're ever going to share a live stream, this is the one to do it. People are going to want to watch this finish. Growth bounces in for Lane. Gives back to Growth. Now Caps comes out to possess. Caps working on Turnbow. Junior versus junior. 5:18 and counting to go. Caps thinking about the deep one. He's going to trigger the deep one. In and out, no good. Rebound tipped, and Brady Lane goes over the back for it. And that's the third on Lane. So both Chaffin and Lane have 3 fouls apiece. Second team foul going against the Panthers. 37-37. Upperman basketball. They led by 5. The biggest lead of the game was 7. Stone has led a couple of times, but not for very long. But the only thing that matters is who's winning when zeros hit the clock at the end of this fourth quarter. 5 minutes to go in the season for one of these two teams. Roberts picks up his dribble. Now finds Cobb. Cobb double team, looks over for Turnbow. Turnbow reverses floor. Roberts has to go way up. Chaffin, baseline pass for Harris. Harris against Elliott, muscles inside, and Clayton Harris, 6'3", 230, puts it in for 2. 8 points for Clayton Harris tonight. Upperman's lead back to 2. Here comes Elliott walking to the top of the circle. Crossing over. Now Growth. Caps posting up. Turnbow tips it, and a foul is called on him. So the second on Turnbow, third on Upperman. That foul count going to become very interesting as one of these two teams will hit the bonus sooner rather than later. The whistle appears to me to have gotten just a little bit tighter here in the final minutes. That could play a factor. Mayberry. They don't want the game to get out of control, though. It's a fine line for even officials to walk. It's a tough job in a game like this. They want to let them play, but you can't let them foul. As now Caps travels, lost his footing. He ran into Chaffin, and possession goes back the other way to Upperman. 4:15 to go in the ball game. 39-37 the score. Upperman with the lead and the ball. Buckle your seatbelts. It's intense in here right now. Cobb across the timeline. Every possession matters more and more as we are midway through the fourth quarter. Roberts to Harris. Harris over everybody's head and out of play. Mental error there. Possession back to Stone. And a big break for the Panthers here as they trail by 2 and now have the ball again. Here's Growth. Growth back and forth with Elliott. It's tough to take Brayden Elliott off the floor with the way he's played tonight. Caps left side for Preston Mayberry. Now Lane. Lane dribbles it over, hands to Growth, gets the positioning inside, blocked. Chaffin goes up for the swat, threw it off of one of the Panthers, and Roberts couldn't possess it, and it goes out of play. Chaffin with a great play, and Roberts just wasn't ready for it on the ricochet off of Elliott, so the Panthers keep it. A couple of breaks in a row there for Stone, as they don't want Growth to inbound it, they want Caps to inbound it for a give and go. They get it into Lane. Now Mayberry. Growth. Right side to Mayberry. Growth again. 3.5 to go in a tight ball game. Growth, right side. Finds Mayberry. Mayberry. Elliott thought about the 3. Puts the dribble down. Now he will trigger the 3. That one's no good. Rebound right to Brady Lane, though. Foul is called, and it's a block. Gronsden Chaffin picks up his 4th personal foul, and Cam Bush flies to the table. Brady Lane could tie the game at the line where he goes to shoot 2. Offensive rebounds have been huge in this game. Another one there as it came right to Brady Lane in the mid-range. He decisively power dribbled in, and Bobby McWilliams wants a full timeout, so we will take it with him. We'll be back in 30 seconds. It's a 2-point game, but Stone has 2 free throws upcoming. Don't go anywhere.
TLT Sports Performance is home to skill-specific training where top athletes learn how to reach their full potential. Visit TLT Sports Performance on Facebook for more information. TLT Sports Performance, where the athletes of tomorrow train today.
.318 to go in the ball game. Upperman leads 39-37, but Brady Lane is going to the free throw line to shoot 2, and Upperman has a major player in foul trouble. Bronsden Chaffin just picked up his 4th, trying to take a charge. Charges are 50-50 calls. That one goes against the Bees, and Lane goes to the stripe where he's 2 for 2 tonight to shoot 2. With 3:18 to go, he could tie the game. It came off an offensive rebound, The length of Lane, Elliott, and Caps has presented problems for Upperman in this game. On the boards, especially on that offensive end. Stone has uglied it up just a little bit. Something they wanted to do. Cade Caps got it rolling with 7 straight. To get them back in it, erasing a 5-point deficit. And the first one for Brady Lane is good. So maybe it was a little bit of ice the kicker attempt there by Bobby McWilliams, but Lane was decisive on that one as he put it through. This one to tie it. Up and good. Nothing but net for the big man. 2 for 2. Here comes Cobb ahead. Across the timeline. Right side Turnbow. Turnbow to Roberts. Cobb off a screen. Triggers a 3. No good. Way too strong. Rebounded by Caps. Not a ton of rhythm tonight for Ty Cobb. Just 10 points. The next foul puts Stone at the line. And there it is. Cam Bush called for a hand check. That's his 3rd. And this is Cade Caps, a 93% free throw shooter at the stripe, to shoot 2 and give Stone Memorial a lead. First one for Caps is no good. Missed it. The rare miss for Cade Caps at the line. And here's Bronston Chaffin. They need their big sophomore in the game with 4 fouls. Chaffin. Back in. Caps the second one. Good. Back in front goes Stone Memorial. And now their crowd is back in it. Big possession here in the ball game. Upperman trails by 1 with the ball. Here comes Cobb. Gets a screen from Harris. Cobb drives and kicks. Left side. Now a drive for Turnbow. Reverses out to Roberts. Into Harris. Harris trying to drive on Elliott. Turnaround shot. Good. What a finish for Clayton Harris. 10 points tonight for him. Stick around postgame. We're the South Willow Auto Clinic postgame show. Go through the scoring. Of course, have the Nelson Trophy and screen printing player of the game. Pressure back to Stone on this possession, but they are in the bonus. And they have 2 fouls to give on the other end. That could loom huge. Wyatt Groth with it. Backdoor cut to Caps. Inside Caps. Triple team. Muscles it up and good. Cade Caps through 3 Bs. Puts it in. 10 points in the quarter for Caps already. 2 minutes to go. A 1-point Stone lead. Here comes Cobb. Harris sets the screen. Cobb drives inside. Cobb gets the call, and he's going to the line to shoot 2. Big moment for a young freshman. To the Sonja Brown with American Way Real Estate free throw line to shoot 2 goes Ty Cobb. Braden Elliott called for his 2nd personal, team's 3rd, and an 82% free throw shooter at the stripe. He is 4 for 4 tonight. 1 ties it, 2 takes the lead. First one up, and it is good. 11 tonight for Cobb. Huddleston back in for Turnbow. Clayton Harris and Bronston Chaffin clap hands in the backcourt. Chaffin playing with 4 fouls. Brady Lane has 3 as Ty Cobb deposits both of them through the twine. Poise shown by the freshman. Now here comes Cade Caps. He is firmly in rhythm right now in this 4th quarter, putting the team on his back, trying to propel them back to sub-state. He has it right wing side. Here comes the screen from Elliott. Caps takes it. Huddleston there defensively. Here comes the double team. Reverses floor for Preston Mayberry. Mayberry kicks out to Elliott. Great shot fake in the mid-range. Elliott pulls up. No good. Rebound tipped. It's right to Caps. Put back, no. Lane again. Left hand good. Another offensive rebound, and Brady Lane finishes. It's 44-43. Back and forth, we trade buckets here in Tullahoma. Pressure back to the Bees. Cobb in the half court with it. Here comes the screen. Cobb takes it. Caps picks him up in the foul as Cade Caps fouls him on the floor. And it's just the first on Caps. The next one sends the Bees to the line. 1:07 to go. You could cut the tension with a butter knife in this gym. Even the fans of the next 2 teams are locked in. Huddleston goes way back and finds Cobb for it. 1:05 for Ty Cobb. Brady Lane's offensive rebound in the putback gave Stone the lead again. Here's Huddleston. Growth following Cobb, 53 seconds. How does Upperman approach this final minute? They're holding. 47 seconds. This is a bold decision. Trailing by 1 to hold. 40 seconds left. I imagine this ends in a timeout by Bobby McWilliams in a few seconds. Cade Caps stalking in the middle of the defense, in the middle of the paint. My goodness, 26 seconds, and there's the timeout. Bobby McWilliams does burn it with 26 seconds to go. Trailing by 1, Upperman holds, and a full timeout will stay through it. Ladies and gentlemen, right now, Facebook or YouTube, hit share. This is the game of the year that's happening in front of your very eyes in the boys' side of our area, and there are 26 seconds to go. The next foul sends Upperman to the line if there's one called against Stone, as they will hit the bonus. Stone is in the bonus already. There are 26 seconds to go. I can't imagine Upperman's going to hold and try to get only one look. You do that in a tie game. You don't typically do that in a 1-point deficit or when you're trailing. I would imagine what Bobby McWilliams is drawing up there is something for Ty Cobb to get inside, to either finish, get a dish across the lane, or get fouled and go to the stripe, but we'll have to wait and see. Earlier this year, same situation. Upperman trailed, that time by 2. They drew up a 3 for Braden Roberts. He banked it in and they won. It was a little different, though, because that was in the final seconds. This time they had a minute with the ball, and they drained down 34. So here we go in Tullahoma. Huddleston to inbound. My goodness. Into the backcourt for Cobb. Cobb gives to Evan Huddleston. 22 seconds. Huddleston to Cobb. Groth picks him up. Into Harris in the low block. Harris against Caps. Kicks out. Roberts for 3. No good, missed it left. Chaffin couldn't save it in, he's out of bounds. Possession back to Stone. And now a timeout called by Neil Caps. Upperman going to play the foul game. And that's a huge moment in this game. They got it into Harris in the low block. He kicked it out to Roberts, missed the 3. Chaffin couldn't save it in. Good defense by Stone Memorial. And now they'll go the other way. Ty Cobb touched the ball once on that possession. So now they go the other way, and it'll be Stone ball trying to protect it and make free throws. The 1-point game aspect is important because free throws could not make it a 2-possession game. Huge defensive stand there for Stone Memorial. The question is, can they finish it off in another classic between these two teams? So Upperman held the ball, and it did not work. Stone with a chance to win it here as their fans rise to their feet. Here we go. 10.1, and Braden Elliott's going to inbound from the baseline. He cannot run that baseline. What does Coach Caps draw up? Elliott to inbound and a foul as Ty Cobb holds on to Cade Caps. So Cobb called for his second, and Caps will go 80 feet or so to the line to shoot 2. He's missed 1 tonight, been perfect outside of that at the stripe. Hasn't had a ton of attempts, though. 2 for 3. He goes back. No time runs off the clock, though, so Upperman will have a chance. Barring an offensive rebound. The first one for Caps. Calmly puts it through. It's good. Jack Torrance back in for his shooting for Upperman. Jaden Eldridge in for his defense for Stone. This is the money one for Cade Caps. He makes it. Upperman has to have a 3. It's up, and it is good. Through. 2 for 2. Timeout by Coach Neil Caps with 10.1 seconds to go. So Cade Caps only had 8 points entering the third quarter. He opened this frame with 7 straight as Stone got the lead. He's made 3 out of 4 free throws and added in another 2. Don't forget about the huge putback for Brady Lane after an offensive rebound with the left hand earlier on in this quarter as well. That's given him this cushion. Upperman had the ball down 1, held the ball for about 35 seconds or so, ended it with a contested 3 after a timeout. Caps deposits 2 through. Upperman has to make a 3 or get an and 1 to force overtime now here with 10.1 seconds to go. This game is far from over, but it's had a bunch of twists and turns. What a game we've had here. We welcome each and every one of you in as these two Upper Cumberland foes go at it for the third time this season. This is the second one, and as many times it's come down to the final seconds. 10.1 seconds. Upperman has to go the length of the floor. Stone knows they're a defensive stop away from a return trip to the sub-state round and a gutsy win tonight. Upperman trying to have another buzzer beater perhaps, this time to force overtime. Huddleston to inbound from the baseline. Bounces it for Cobb. Here comes Cobb with 9 seconds. He's going to trigger it from the top of the key. It's good! Ty Cobb from the top of the circle rains it home. And we're tied at 46. Ty Cobb, the freshman, how do you do? Reined it in. What a shot! And it's 3.6 seconds on the clock. My goodness, Ty Cobb for 3. And now they signaled an Upperman timeout. I imagine it was a Stone timeout, and they've actually added another 0.6 seconds. So it's 4.2, and ladies and gentlemen, that is more than enough time for Cade Caps the other way as the timeout's called on the floor. But Ty Cobb, my goodness, ice water in his veins. And now Stone trying to avoid overtime. That was cold-blooded to run up the court and rain it in from 40 feet with a defender in his face. Don't forget, Stone is in the bonus. A defensive foul sends him to the line. And now we're going to have another timeout called. This time Upperman's going to call it a full timeout. My goodness. What a game this has been, ladies and gentlemen. Stone looked to have it won, but Ty Cobb says not so fast. But with 4.2 seconds, Mr. Basketball may have something to say about it as he's about to get a chance. And that is more than enough time for multiple dribbles and a look in the half court with 4.2. And he can make it from anywhere. Let's make no mistake about it. He can make it from that far baseline. He can make it from the half court line. He can make it from inside the low block. Where will he take it from? I don't know, but I'll be stunned if anybody other than Cade Caps takes this shot at the end. My goodness. That was the shot of a season for Ty Cobb. Was it enough, though, to just force overtime? It wasn't for the win. It was to force overtime. 4.2 seconds. Here we go for Stone Memorial. Cade Caps waiting, stalking around this floor. Here we go. Braden Elliott to inbound. He can run the baseline, and Ty Cobb calls timeout. Another timeout taken, and why not? You can't take him home. Wow. We welcome in the biggest crowd of the year tuning in during basketball season on Facebook and on YouTube. Make sure you hit that like button if you haven't already. It helps us out a whole bunch. 4.2 seconds to go. Ty Cobb with the shot to tie it. Stone's going to have an opportunity. And don't forget, they're in the bonus. Any foul called against Upperman is 2 free throws, probably for the win for the Panthers. So that is absolutely looming out there as well. Out of the timeout, Elliott once again is going to inbound from the baseline. Growth and Caps are on the near side of the floor. Back in the backcourt is Mayberry and Lane. Inbound coming from Elliott. He's running out of time. Braden Elliott gets it into Caps, and it's a 5-second violation. A 5-second violation. Upperman defensively slows it down, and they get the ball back with 4.2 seconds on their own end. My goodness, the Bees are going to have a look to win it, and they will be in the bonus on the next foul against Stone. Cobb to inbound with 4.2. Cobb now from the baseline. Throws it up for Chaffin. Chaffin has it. Chaffin throws it up, and the foul is called. Bronston Chaffin to the line to shoot 2 with 1.8 seconds remaining. We'll remind you now, the time on the screen is not official. It is not synced. So if it's not exact, the only one that matters is the one in the gym. 1.8 seconds, 46-46. Chaffin at the Sonja Brown with American Way Real Estate free throw line to shoot 2. The first one is good. Upperman leads. Still 1.8 for Cade Caps or anybody in black and gold to take a shot. Chaffin's going to shoot one more, and he may miss it on purpose here. That's probably the move. We'll see if he does or not. Coach McWilliams trying to tell his sophomore he does miss it. Caps has it, and that will do it. Upperman pulls a rabbit out of their hats. Final score, Bees 47, Panthers 46. The Bees advance on to the Region 4 3A championship game, and one of the wildest finishes you will ever see. Wow. We welcome you in to the South Willow Auto Clinic postgame show. The South Willow Auto Clinic are your hometown auto doctors. Upperman wins 47-46 in regulation in a game they trailed by 3 with 10 seconds to go. It was a three-pointer for Ty Cobb with 4.2 to go, then a 5-second violation, and then the game-winning free throw for Bronston Chaffin, which wins the game for the Upperman Bees. Their 16th win in a row, and none more dramatic than that. And what an effort by the Panthers tonight. It'll leave a terrible taste in their mouths, but they should hold their heads up high because that was an absolute collision between two of the top teams in this state. But tonight, it's the Bees out of Baxter who are victorious. We'll tally up the scoring and bring you the player of the game when we come back. Back in 30 seconds to Tullahoma. Don't go anywhere.
Sonja Brown is a full-service realtor and is licensed across the state of Tennessee, listing and selling residential, multifamily, land and farms, commercial and industrial properties. Sonja handles the sale from start to closing and beyond. Let her put her 30-plus years of experience to work for you. Sonja Brown, realtor with American Way Real Estate, has been supporting student-athletes in the Upper Cumberland area since 1990. You can reach Sonja Brown at 931-979-7145. Delicious Pan Pizza is Domino's best-kept secret, with locations in Smithville, Sparta, Livingston, all.
Welcome back. Upperman wins 47-46 in an instant classic. That one will be talked about for a long, long time. Let's get to the scoring. First for Stone Memorial tonight, Cade Caps with 20 points. 12 of which came in the fourth quarter. 11 points tonight for Brady Lane, 7 for Braden Elliott, 6 for Jaden Eldridge, and 2 for Wyatt Groth for a team total of 46. For the Upperman Bees tonight, 15 points for Ty Cobb, 10 apiece for Clayton Harris and Bronston Chaffin, 10 apiece for Clayton Harris and Braden Roberts, 8 for Bronston Chaffin, 2 for Jack Torrance, and 2 for Cam Bush. It's time for the Nelson Trophy and Screen Printing Player of the Game tonight. It is going to be Ty Cobb. The ability, listen, it wasn't his best game tonight, ladies and gentlemen. It was a big stage, his first time on this stage. It wasn't the prettiest thing we've ever seen, but that shot was, as he brings it up the floor and reins in the game-tying three. Then the defense for Upperman locked in and forced a turnover on a 5-second violation. Bronston Chaffin with a tough take inside, made the free throw, and they win a game they trailed by 3 points with 10 seconds to go. Not only did they win it, they won it in regulation. Upperman improves to 27-4 on the season. They'll await the winner of the next game on this floor. Tullahoma against Lawrence County. Stone Memorial, what an effort tonight. But their season comes to an end with a record of 21 wins and 10 losses. Well, we encourage you to keep your eyes right here on this Facebook page. Starting up in about 1 minute after this stream ends. Region 4 4A, another collision. Siegel against Cookville. Jacob Vincent has all the action. We'll pass it to him. New stream here just moments after the conclusion of this one. Final score tonight, Upperman 47. Stone Memorial 46 in an instant classic tonight in Tullahoma. I'm Noah McKay from Addison McKay on camera and everybody at UCR. Have a great night, everybody. And